Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So the question of the night is Sonny's days numbered? I felt like that was a good question tonight. Given today's episode with this new group, Pikeman Security or whatever they're called, they want to do business with Sonny, and if Sonny doesn't play ball, well, you're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Between that and Maurice Bernard, probably doesn't want to, he's been on the show for a while. How are you doing tonight, Mel? Thank you for joining. I actually caught up to all the soap operas today. I didn't do my Y&R review, but I did catch up to all the soap operas today. Um, if I have time, I'll try to do it before I go to sleep tonight. But yeah, so given, like I said, given Maurice Bernard and the fact that, he's been doing it for a while, you just feel like he just doesn't, like he wants to sit there and do other things. And, that's where the question comes in, is Sonny's days numbered? I mean, this whole thing with Michael and Sonny just, it's so forced that, you gotta sit there and wonder, like, where is Maurice Bernard's future in? I mean, granted, he never actually said that he's retiring next year or he's retiring at all, but it wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't, tired of doing what he's doing. I mean, between work and everything. How you doing tonight, Jakars? Mel, now you say you watched them all. Which you watched The Young and Restless and you watched Days. Do you watch all four of the soap operas? How you doing tonight, Black Mon? Oh crap. I'm glad you're doing good, Jakars. So before I get started on this main discussion, how you doing tonight, Spider Quake? And thank you for the like. I appreciate that. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to Jessica. I forgot your last name. I know it's something with a D, but I'll put it in a post anyway. So, but I just want to sit there and say, happy birthday to Jessica. She's not here tonight because she's, it's her birthday and she's living it up. So I hope you have a great birthday, and I will probably be doing a separate post on this, but I didn't do it on my GH, and I know she watches GH, so I want to do it on here. Okay, all right, Jakar, you can take your time. Oh, Spidey Quick, you got your ice cream? Yeah, I got mine too. Mine's right here. I feel like tomorrow I'm probably gonna go back to the other one, but I'm gonna finish this one up too. Emma says I watched Days of Our Lives, The Born and Beautiful. Okay, so you watch all three of them. The only one you don't watch is General Hospital. Is there a particular reason why you don't watch General Hospital, or just like I'm curious about that, Mal? Well, I appreciate that, Jakar. I know you're very busy and stuff like that, so I always appreciate every time you're here. Right Quick says I'm eating the Turkey Hill ice cream brand. It's a good brand. It's a good brand. Well, I mean, depends on what the ice cream it is anyway. Now Jakar says I gotta finish watching a very. Oh, good luck, Jakaris. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of that movie, but I hope you like it better than me. Mel says we'll try watching General Hospital. I think you'll like it. I mean, I still think that Days of Our Lives is better, but I think you'll like it though. I think you'll like it. Give it a try. Give it. Now I would sit there and say give it 5 days, and if it doesn't resonate with you after 5 days, then I guess you can kind of drop it. I wouldn't blame you for dropping it, but give it a week. Give it a week because it takes a while now. When I first started watching Days of Our Lives, it took me. Well, it took a while because I wanted to sit there and get the names down. Black Mom says I don't think Brooke is going to wait for Ridge. She stood up for herself today. I'm very proud of her. Me too, Black Mon. Me too. I give her credit. I didn't like the fact that she was hugging him and she was like, "I always love you," but she did her thing as far as um standing up for herself. Now Mel says, I have a surprise, Albert, that Jeremy Stark shows up on Diana's door. I knew he was coming. Oh, he's coming this week. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait. Now Phyllis is an idiot. Karen's in the chat. Well, yeah, Karen. Yeah, between Miss Wu, Michael, and whoever this new mystery group is, Sonny's days are definitely numbered. So one of the things I'm going to be starting to do, and not just today, because there's a lot of times I have a problem with pronouncing people's names, and I always sit there and say, you know what, I'm going to sit there and try to remember people's names in the chat if I get somebody new and I can't remember their name. So I actually got a pen and a pad, my book. So this way I can write down people's names that are new that I can't pronounce, and this way, I can remember their names and really work on that. Eagle Fang says, "What's up, Albert Dawson, Sasha, and Chase as a couple?" Eagle Fang, why not? I'm with it. Try something different. This way, Sasha won't be so sad all the time, and um, Sasha's a better person than Brooklyn is because she's totally selfish. So, Spike Quick says, "I told that you want to do a collab, but she said she needed to make sure everything is working right." Okay, Spike Quick. I was actually on her live, and I kept writing comments, and it didn't like nothing happened. But thank you, Spider Quick. I really appreciate you for suggesting that to her. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you, Spider Quick. Mel says Phyllis used a burner phone to contact Jeremy Stark, and he told him that she yeah. Yeah, that's the episode I was watching today. Spider Quick says JK. Yeah, no, I don't know what was going on because I was writing and no one actually saw my comments. It was the weirdest thing, and this isn't the first time. Karen says Sasha and Chase would be a good fit. Yeah. I mean, Karen, at this point, anything's a step up from Brooklyn. Like, literally. Oh, Spike Quick, yeah, bots. Yeah, those bots. Those annoying bots. But yeah, no, Spike Quick was really weird. Because I literally left and then I was like, all right, let me jump on there and try to ask her a question. And then after a while, she wasn't hearing me or she wasn't like seeing me. And I started asking everyone else in the chat. It was like, yo, can everyone see me? Like, can everyone see my comments? And it was quite frustrating. Oh, Karen, you know those bots that come in that's talking about, oh, you want to sit there and see these sexy pictures. And I've had to sit there and, you know, delete them and block them a couple of times. They always want to sit there and try to get you to go to their website, um, for like porn and stuff. That's pretty much what those bots are. And Mel says, I knew that Sally was going to cheat on Nick. So she's playing a wedge between Adam and Nick. Mel, did you watch tomorrow's episode to find that out, or because she ain't do anything in this episode? Eagle Fang says, I think if Chase and BLQ at least don't have a lengthy relationship, it will be the biggest mistake of the year in terms of good couples. I mean, yeah, Eagle Fang too. Oh no, okay, you watch it tomorrow, okay. Um, no, Eagle Fang, you're right. I mean, it took so much time to actually put them together to sit there and just have them do. I agree with that. I agree with that. They took way too long to put them together. Spider Quake, maybe she did. Maybe she did. It's the weirdest thing. And the thing is, Spider Quake, it's not like I can reach out to her on any other social medias that I know of. I don't know if she has Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to sit there and see. But I don't know, Spider Quick. I want to thank you for at least just asking her. That was really cool of you. Because I do got some plans to work with some other people as far as collabs is concerned. So I'm gonna make that happen. I mean, right now it's kind of a busy time with the holidays and stuff like that, but I'll get in contact with some people to try to at least set up the idea for January when everything is a lot more looser. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, I got to sit there and get my guy Brock TV back on here. All right, Mel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching. I'm gonna try to watch some of it at work tomorrow. Eagle Fang says it's nice to see BLQ taking accountability for her actions, but she's going to do the same thing that Dante told her not. Exactly. Exactly, Eagle Fang. It was like, yo, literally less than like 10 minutes. She spent there trying to make calls, talking about, oh, well, I need your help. I messed up. I was like, yo, he literally just told you not to do that. What's wrong with you? But Eagle Fang, at least her heart is in the right place. Like, not being selfish this time. Now Mel says I was proud of Johnny getting in a fight with that jerk. Yeah, no, Mel, I agree. I hate bullies. I don't even like watching like movies and stuff like that that have bullies because it just bothers me. Let's put it that way. Now Karen says something that you just Thanos the clip away. Oh, what's good, Hippie? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Richard says, good evening, Albert and everyone. I don't think Sunny's day is a number. The mob was majority of the times come out on top. Hope so, Richard. I mean, Sonny's my guy. Sonny's my guy, so I don't want him going anywhere. But I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell with Maurice Bernard. Now, Eagle fan says BLQ cares about Chase though. No, she does in her own way, but like she cared more about what she wanted, and this is the reason why he dumped her in the first place. Now, Eagle Fang says BLQ should change for the better as soon as the Peter saga ended when her and Chase. Yeah, I agree with that. Tracy Steves is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. I hope you had a good day. Karen says Nina was so wrong to harass me. Exactly, Karen. I was like, yo, first of all, she's pregnant. Second of all, you can't see like what? Latasha says Nina's so delusional. Yes, she is. That's kind of like her main thing now. Like everyone's known for something. Nina is known for being delusional. If he says, good, I just read he wanted to retire. Oh wow. Hmm. Hippie, where did you read that at? I'm just curious because I want to sit there and try to find it. Spike Quick says I saw that the video yesterday is so. Now Spike Quick says I saw that video yesterday, so it's YouTube taking off. Actually, press. Yeah, Spike Quick, they are. They are, and it's very controversial because I support those groups and what they're doing, even though they are violating TOS. Um, the Values in the chat. Dolly was good. I was just actually writing down your name because I want to like really get your name right. Um, because I keep sitting there saying I'm gonna get your name right, and yeah. So this time I got a pen and a paper, and I'm gonna be writing down people's names that I can't pronounce and getting it right. Mel says, "Did you ever watch the movie Bully? It was actually a true story that friends killed their best friend. Just oof. No, Mel, I didn't. I never saw that movie. I think because it literally said bully, I was just like, I just no." Eagle Fang says, "If I'm Michael, I would get an order of protection against Nina as well." Yeah, exactly, Eagle Fang. I'm like, yo, why are you something? You're bothering her because she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to help Sasha. She's pregnant. Like you have it all. You're perfect. You're a perfect life. Mm. I'm glad you had a good day, Tracy, and I'm glad you're here tonight. Oh, Hippie says he just wanted to do the podcast, or you say he just wanted to do the podcast. Yeah, no, I don't blame him. How you doing tonight, Stacks? Valerie's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Valerie? Oh, okay, all right, hippie. Kevo said I made a new song called "The Last Hook." Nice. I definitely, well, you know how it is. If you ever want to sit there and share a sample, I definitely want to sit there and listen to it. So I like the last tracks that I listened to. Spider Quick says I'm so sad about Britt dying, but Willow because I don't care about Eagle Fang said, did you ever see the trailer to Cocaine Beer? No. I gotta look at that. Hippie says the article didn't say when, but said soon. If that happens, I hope they bring back Jason and Ethan. I mean, Hippie, we can all hope for Jason, but Ethan would probably be more likely to come back, seeing how Jason is going to be on Days of Our Lives. I mean, yeah, technically he can pull a double, but still. Valerie says Nina is a freaking menace. Yeah, and she's delusional and everything else. How you doing tonight, Apple? No, yeah, Kevo, definitely. Oh, okay, Kevo, okay. Well, like I said, if you ever want to sit in and give me a sample, I definitely want to hear it. How you doing tonight, Freddie? Thank you for joining, and I hope you and Apple had a good day. Karen says they need to make some movement on it. Yeah, exactly. I almost actually forgot about that. I literally almost forgot about that. Stack says Lily's getting on my nerves. She threw Chelsea a hint that Billy's not the only. Yeah, yeah. Stacks is definitely selfish. I get where she's trying to come from, but Eagle Fang says, "How's your Discord page coming along?" I still got to work on that, Eagle Fang. I want to make that happen, but before I do, I want to sit there and start putting out memberships next year. That's what I actually want to do first. But I am going to eventually do a Discord service. Um, Spider says, "Is GH net on days?" Spider he's actually on both. He's net on GH, and then he's another character named Justin on days. If he says, "I hope he takes Nina with him," I doubt it. There's actually a lot of people that like Nina. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying it so far too. I've been enjoying it so far too. They definitely actually stepped it up. I give them that much value. Now says I think that Billy is intimidated by Daniel going to have business discussions with Lily. No, I think he didn't like that comment that he was saying, and I don't blame him. Samuel's in the chat. Was good. Well, Samuel, the walls are closing in on him. Between Michael, this new group, and everything. Um, and the fact that the actor wants to leave. So yeah. Um, nice, Kevo. Nice, nice. You're doing good work, so I'm not surprised. Those are the numbers I expect you to get, and if not more. So keep up the good work. Ethel says yes, Ned is on days. He is recurring on both. Yes, very true. Stack says Adam mad about Billy, but he's too busy chasing Sam. Yeah, he's too busy being a creep. Spider Quick says Ned getting that exactly. Wally's getting that money. I give him a lot of props though. You got to remember a hell of a lot of lines. Dolly says, but she was tripping today. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Dolly. And that's the thing. You can be a fan of these characters, but still, like, acknowledge them or call them out on their BS. Now, Letitia says, but by Willow going to the hospital, she's going to find out Nina is a match. Hopefully they do move it along. But of course, they got to move the hook line along and everything. Like, there's a lot of stuff you need to move along. Now, Isaiah says Sonny should have been going a long time ago. He improved, but the 2010 version of the character sucked. Hmm. Hippie says Miss Wu is moving in. Yes, she is. Isaiah says GH went downhill big time when Sonny became the leading man of the show. Well, from what I understand, he kind of saved the ratings of the show too, so there's that. Um, Karen says Miss Wu is everywhere. You damn right she is, and I'm loving it. Now Stack says Jason handled off dress Sonny should give Miss Wu his territory. Yeah, see that's the thing. Like Brock was Smith is saying like Sonny was handling the business without Jason. I'm like, Jason was literally his backbone in so many ways. Um, Freddie says Michael plan to take Sonny down is starting to fall apart. Yes, it definitely is, because now Carly and Josh are part of Dex's. Like Dex goes down, so does those two. So yeah, his plan is definitely starting to fall apart. Mel says they told Chelsea that you don't need to let Billy take all the yeah. hmm Yeah, that was yesterday, I think. Billy says, I think she could have handled the Nina Willow storyline better. Yeah, I agree. Or at the very least, they could have just sped it up a little bit. If he says, yes, may not like these characters, but these characters can act. That's very true. Now, Medora says something that you just erased. Um, like Quaker's team, Nina. Ethel says Miss Wu is running Curtis Club. Ethel, that is Miss Wu's club. That is Miss Wu's club. That's the bottom line. It's Miss Wu's club. Curtis don't know it, but that's the truth. Isaiah says the ratings weren't in any danger prior to Sonny becoming the show's leading man, but the show almost definitely got canceled in 2011 because of the show always being about him, Carly, Jason, and Sam. I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. I was never really into ratings. It's just stuff that I heard from other people, so you could be right about that. Um, Carly says love Miss Wu. Yep. Stack says Daniel judgment towards Billy like Lily is. Oh, judgmental towards yeah, especially with that little slide ass comment that he said. Um, Now Karen said Sonny needs to retire on his island. Miss Wu should be the new boss of Port Charles. I would love that, Karen. In a perfect world, I would love that. Ethel says, LOL, Curtis should know. Yeah. Medora says Billy help with Chelsea can become her becoming to depend on him. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. How you doing today, Crystal Williams? Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great night so far. Thank you for being here. Spike Quick says Sam be looking good when her black. Yes, yes she does. Spider Quake. She may get on my nerves sometimes, but Valerie says Sam is used up. Oh wow. Dolly says the mob storylines on JH were initially exciting, but eventually Sonny and Jason got too powerful. UK Media Watch is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. You know what? Let's everyone give a very warm welcome to UK Media Watch. I always love seeing new faces. Um, Freddie says Nina was the reason Willow collapsed because of all Nina. Yeah, exactly, Freddie. I'm like, why are you sitting there yelling at a pregnant woman for? Like, seriously. Thank you, Black Mike. Yeah, we got 26 people in the chat. We got 9 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button. It really does help me out and it helps out the algorithm. Stack says, and thank you, Blackman. I really appreciate you um letting people know in the chat. Yeah, let's give UK media a nice warm welcome. Stack said, "Did you hear Billy say he hasn't heard about Daniel's out there?" Lily said, "You've been busy." Yeah, Stacks. I heard that, and of course, Phyllis Smith, you're jumping in. Oh, well, you can't know what's going on in the company because you're not working yet. I'm like, Phyllis, shut your ass up. Like, nobody asked you. I don't. I mean, I know they got issues, but I'm like, ugh. Like sometimes she could just be a little bit too much. Freddie says if Nina wouldn't keep on bugging Willow from today's episode, maybe she wouldn't have collapsed. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's not the first time she collapsed in front of her. You would think that she would not. Spike Rex says still not 100% Nina's fault. She asked. No, that's true. But here's the thing, though, Spike Rex. She didn't need to sit there and be badgering her in the first place. Like, why was she badgering her for it? Because she wouldn't help Sasha with decorating and stuff. Like, really? Oh, definitely. I definitely will. Thank you, Kevo. I definitely look forward to listening to it. Sometimes I like to sit there and listen to some of your songs, when I'm about to go to work and stuff. So I really appreciate you helping out. Thank you. Daisy Flowers in the chat was good. Hi, how could not see it? Exactly? Yeah, I mean, Spider Quake, that's true. Carly couldn't see it either, but Carly wasn't snipped there badgering her like that. Dolly says Nina was wrong this time, but I could deal with Carly not being the savior for once. Which one do you hear? GNG. What do you mean? I mean, it's just the last two songs that you sent me. That's the ones that I heard. Stack says, who do you think got to Talia? Stacks, who is Talia again? There's so many names that's going on. I'm just like trying to remember. Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Ron? How you doing tonight, Makai? Thank you for joining. Oh, by the way, Stacks, I actually wrote down your name because I'm going to try to remember how to pronounce your first name. So thank you, joining from Makai. Ron says, as I was saying yesterday, show Dr. Plan came on Young and the Restless, got fired. Yeah, I was surprised by that, but I'm like, it just seems so stupid. Apple says Talia knew they had no proof. Oh, okay. It took me a second. Apple says I've got fame. No, no, no. I don't think I got fame. Like I said, I do like listening to your songs, Tom. Once you know it, okay. People gun type, okay. Um, Spike Quick says Willow face looked like she would explode. Well, yeah. Daisy Flush says Willow look extra sick today. Pregnant woman need rest. Sasha's doing fine at the event. Exactly. She didn't need to sit there and be constantly pushing her. Now UK Media says I got subbed about ages ago. I felt like I left like it's always good to have a painful discussion. We are all so different, but all the same respect. Well, UK Media, I want to thank you for being a subscriber for so long. I I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's funny, UK. I'm actually trying to plan a trip towards there next year, towards the UK next year. So hopefully it goes well. Now Mel says it's interesting that Tucker is on Ashley, Nikki, and Philip's side, then Diane, but he is playing the game. He's definitely playing the game. Stack says why Nina didn't hire someone to help Sasha. She wanted a reason to go over there. Yeah, exactly. To probably see to get back in good graces to see Wiley. I get it, but it was extra. Ron says the reason for the actor losing his job because he refused to do a love scene with Tracy. Oh, well then he's definitely in the wrong business then. Kevin says I'm basically saying one day you're gonna have hundreds of people in your stream, and that's you won't keep. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's why I also enjoy the people that I do have in here now because it is going to get to a point where it's going to get so. And Kevin, I guess you kind of was able to tell that I was losing track of certain people and their comments and stuff because I do always sit there and try to read the comments, but sometimes it's like I do lose track. Now, Stacks, no, UK said if you ever in a Belgium, I'll say how. Okay. Yeah, definitely UK. I'm looking for, UK, I'm looking for some haunted hotels to stay in when I go to the UK. That's what I want to get. That's something I want to do when I go to the UK. So if you know any, let me know. Um, Singer says, I love how Diane is just literally existing. She has everybody shook for her walking around smiling. Yeah, Sammy, they're definitely doing too much between the three of them, and Nikki is such an idiot. But no, UK, I'm being dead serious. I wanna go to a haunted hotel, and I want to do a live stream. I want to do like an overnight live stream. Tracy says you're doing good. We don't expect you to read every single comment. No one is able to do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because sometimes, thank you. Ganya. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I was just not there telling Dolly that I'm writing down people's names because um, I want to sit there and kind of get used to like writing the names out, well, reading their names out correctly. So I am definitely going to sit there and learn your name. Um, UK says, which part of the UK will you be visiting? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. UK Media Watch. Any place that has like really haunted hotels. That's what I want to stay at. Yes, Spike Quick. I just did you see how big my eyes just lit up? 31 people in the chat. My God, I love what I do. Um, now Ron says Phoenix is doing his live tomorrow, only for members. I mean, Ron, I like Phoenix. I just don't like that idea. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're doing lives like a couple of times and you do a live for just members, that's fine. But to only do lives for just members, hmm. Ganya, I'm doing Ganya. I am gonna remember your name in the next couple of days since I wrote it down. So I'm just gonna call you Girth right now, and I hope you're okay with that. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're doing good as well. Now Stack says now Kyle wanna run to summer too late. Yeah, Stack, she was not happy about that. I don't blame her, but I feel like she's gonna sit there and stick up for Phyllis, which by the way, she just walked in and now UK media says go to the Mandarin Inn. I definitely will. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Trust me, I wrote your name down. I will sit there. Sammy says pronounce it Gunna. I think that will help you get her name right. Gunna. Oh, Gunna girl? Did I actually pronounce your name right this time? Gonna Girl? Makai says, um, oh, Gonna Girl. Oh, wow. Thank you, Samuel. Samuel, you're amazing. You are amazing. Um, because he knows that I can't pronounce people's names right for crap. Um, so that was wow. Thank you, Samuel. Dolly, I'm working on your name. I see. I just got her name right. I just got Gonna Girl name right. So I will sit there and get people's names right eventually. Um, now Stack says Diane knew what she was doing by asking him to keep the secret from Summer. Hmm, really? Nefarious. I didn't. Hmm. Now Ron says so came thinking that he has more saying than the writers refusing to do what was written for the character. Get real, yeah. I'm like Ron, and if that's the case, then he's definitely in the wrong. He's definitely in the wrong business. Now Yukimi says research it, gotta go. Well, you have a good night, UK. And thank you. Oh, and thank you for the like as well. I'm definitely gonna sit there and look that place up. I appreciate your suggestion. Thank you. And you have a good night as well. Samuel says, it irks me when people don't say words and names right, so don't hate me. No. Samuel, I trust me, I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Trust me. That's the last thing I do. You help me out. So I appreciate that. Thank you again, Samuel. Um, and you too, UK media watch. Makai says, okay. Um, Now, Blue2583 says Nina is a thoughtless, selfish bully. When it comes to Willow, she doesn't respect boundaries. Willow can choose how to help her friend Sasha. Good for Willow for calling her out. Yeah, I agree with that, Blue. Yeah, no, thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. I mean, Sammy, to some extent, there's times I can't stand when people can't pronounce certain basic things. Like I was watching some video, and this is about legacies, and they was calling people like these two girls, or this girl was they're calling like instead of saying Klaus, she would say Claus, and instead of saying the Michelsons, she said the Mickelsons, and I'm like, what? Like if I do a video and it's not a live stream, if I don't know how to pronounce something, I'm gonna make sure I know how to pronounce it before I say it. So I get it, Samuel. Um, Ron says I agree with you, Robert. He is the wrong. Yeah, definitely. I'm like now. Mel says Diane is going to cause a wrench between Kyle and Summer, and she might have Jack and Kyle on her side. But don't expect Ashley, Nikki, Phyllis to see a new version of Diane. No, they didn't see a new version of Diane when she jumped in town. When she was in town, when she first got there. Now, Gonna Girl said, I can't stand Nina or that shrimpy Sonny. They make me sick. Hashtag Team Nina. What's good, Jonathan? Thank you for joining tonight. I appreciate you as always, you being here. Stack says, no, Freddie says, I don't think Ryan is Esme's father. Maybe manipulating her into thinking he is her father. I mean, Freddie, I hope that he is, because it would be such a letdown if he wasn't, you know? Sammy says Nina is only mean to those who are mean to her. Nina won't start it, but she definitely will finish it. That's the time she's on, and I get it. Hashtag Team Nina. Valerie says Team Willow. Now Makai's okay. Mel says Sharon, I felt like she was on Billy's side. It was hard on Adam, and she told Adam that you're just making it a competition. Well, no, that's literally what Adam was kind of doing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Billy was doing it as well, but Billy is the one that saved her. You know, Adam is making it a competition, and he doesn't even seem like he is like he doesn't even care. How you doing tonight, Susan? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a great day. Um, Ron says want to see Sheldon go hard. Oh, Sheila go hard on Steffi. Yeah, me too, Ron. You know me, I love me some Sheila. Stack says, Jack's so gullible, but he will be sorry. Oh, we got a lot of people in the chat. Um, Samuel, I hate Willow. Samuel, why you don't like Willow? I'm very curious why you don't like Willow. Digifly says Nina needs. I love it, Daisy Flower. Now, Blue says Jay Blue says, I'm gonna call you Jay Blue. Says Nina was mean to Willow first when she was a teacher. She hasn't stopped being mean to her since. I 100% agree with that, Jay Blue. That was actually the initial reason why I couldn't stand Nina was because of that. Oh, C Roberts is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Um, Jolie says I like how Kate reached out to Jada. Jada needs some more friends. She definitely does. I agree with that, Jolie. Um, C. Robinson says Nina has arrested development she has not fully matured as an adult mentally. Jakars, I like their scenes. Um, Jada Jada definitely annoyed me. Gotta stop out some more bots. Karen says poor Cameron, the last one to know about your relationship with Josh. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, you know what, Karen? Hopefully, hopefully Jocelyn will actually woman up. I said man up, woman up, and actually tell him the truth. I cannot believe I said man up. Uh, now Stacks, no, Karen said no. Stacks says what Sonny excuse. He up, he uphold her foolishness. Yeah, that's true. But you know, Stacks, he does sit there and try to tell Nina to like leave them alone. You know, leave Willow and Michael alone and stuff like that. So he doesn't fully co-sign to her BS. And Johnson says Nina is going to flip not only when she learns Willow is her daughter, but also when she learns, yeah, that she's getting a grandson. Well, Jonathan technically isn't she already has a grandson now. Like Wiley is already her grandson because of never mind. I just had to sit there and think about that sentence for a minute. Dolly says exactly Nina has some social QH. Because says poor Nina, Michael, and Willow about to drag her over, about to drag her over on Willow's collapse. Yeah. Well, I mean, why would it be poor Nina? I mean, Nina's the one that caused it, so I mean, she deserves all the smoke that she's getting. Hippie says, I wish she would start trying to keep secrets. Staying with Carly, these secrets are pissing me off. You know, Hippie, I don't mind a good secret just as long as it doesn't drag out too long. Now, Daisy No, Dolly says, I hate how Carly treats Nina as a danger. has a danger from when she has um serious mental health issues herself. Yeah, but Dolly, I mean, can you really blame Carly for the way that she treated Nina when Nina keep doing things to piss off Carly? To things like, oh, Carly is cheating on, she keeps butting her business and things where it doesn't belong. So I don't blame Carly for the way that she's treating Nina. Um, because it's not about mental issues. It's about her sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong. Um, Causing problems and stuff like that. Like, no, Daisy Flaw says Nina was a horrible stepmom. She allowed Charlotte to bully. Yeah, exactly. Daisy Flaw. See, that's where my hatred towards Nina actually started. Was that, and then she kept saying, "Oh well, was it Charlotte's a strong woman and all this other BS?" And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Ron says, "Can't wait to see Eric and Nicole confrontation." Oh, Ron, it was good. It was good. If you didn't watch it, it was good. I got all hungry and I was like, "Where the hell is my?" Well, says Sean, all he does is arrest people all day. Well, I mean, he's a cop, so um, Jonathan said this security firm that Valentine warned Sonny about. Yes, Jonathan, especially if they get like a good boss, like a good person to really like play out the character. Now, Dolly says Carly started this way before Nina ever did anything to her. Yeah, that's true. Dolly had to think about that for a minute. That's true. Um, Gunna Girl said, I bet I hate Nina too. Now, Mel says, I don't blame Ashley getting her war on Jack, and Tucker is going to make her head of the company and Jack out. Oh, Ron, it's a good one. It's a good one. Ron, how about this? When you watch it, next time I go on live, we're going to sit there and talk about it because it's that good. So we're going to talk about it next time. Next time I'm on. Now, Steve Robinson says Nina thinks she never is wrong. Reminds me of people I know. Well, yeah, that's a lot of people that I know as well. Value says, "What kind of soup, Albert? I got my chicken pot pie. Ooh, I love chicken pot pie. No, it's just ramen noodles, but I love chicken pot pie. Valerie, you actually make me want to get chicken pot pie tomorrow. So, oh, finally, chicken pot pie sounds so good. Um, Zach says Nina got Willow fired. She let Shallow know Willow had a baby. Well, that's not entirely true, Stacks. As much as I would love to sit there and pile on more stuff, Stacks, got Nina got Willow in trouble. But what got Willow fired was the whole her getting arrested. That's what got her fired, unfortunately. Um, no, Ron, watching. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. If you're on, hopefully you're on tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Johnson said, "What if they got Vincent from AMC and Days?" Oh, Jonathan, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. My face just lit up like an early Christmas gift. That would be amazing. I can totally see him pulling off a villain. Well, oof. Hopefully they do that. Steve Robinson says Nina is the spoon that stirs the S. Daisy Floss says I think Dex worked for the security firm. Oh, that'll be interesting. Hippie says I'm Team Carly, but I thought she would come clean about Will and Nina. I hope they all call the ambulance. Yeah. Now Tracy Steve says I haven't had chicken pot pie on forever. Fresh chicken pot pie is the best. Oof. Have you ever had fresh chicken pot pie before? No. Usually just whatever like you put in the microwave. I just usually do that. That sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good, Tracy Steves. Um, Now Mel says I'm not gonna blame Nicole. That is all her fault. But mad at Jada the way she treated Eric for not telling him right away. We got rid of it. Yeah. No, Mel. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't fully blame Nicole either. I just think what she did was selfish, and she did it just to keep a man in her life. You know? No, that's not all on her. And even Jada was like, yeah, she could have been doing it for nefarious reasons. So I'm not gonna blame her for all that. Ryan says, Albert, I'm happy that we are on the same page about Sheila Carter, Kimberly Brown. Is not. You're damn right. Damn right, Ron. Ron, how long has she been on the show for again? I've lost track of time. Let me know how long she's been on the show for. Dolly says they could get Vincent to play David Hayward. He's Anna's ex anyway, and GH could use a new doctor. Very good. That's very true. Nikisha's in the chat. How you doing tonight? It's always good to see you in the chat. Casey says, I eat those sometimes, but once you have it fresh, you won't want to go back. Fresh chicken pot pie. Tracy, I feel like that's something that you actually have to cook, though, right? Oh, Ron, 30 years. Jesus Christ. Ron, Ron, she's been on that show like the majority of the time that I've been on this planet. That is insane. But no, Tracy, I feel like that's something you actually have to cook, though, right? Like you actually have to like make that. Like you can't just go to the store and like buy it, and that does sound really good. Hippie says if they get a new Sonny, it will be easier to see him with Nina. Hippie, I think if they actually got a new Sonny, there will be a riot outside of it will be a riot outside of ABC Studios. Um Dolly says I think Jada issue with Eric is more about the breakup. I think everything happened so fast with the baby she couldn't process that. No, that's true, Dolly. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't even sit there and really consider that. That's a good point. See, that's why I love Smith there talking to people in the chat because it gives me a different perspective when I do these reviews. So thank you, Dolly. Ron says she was also on the Young and the Rest. Yeah, Ron, Young B&B is a spinoff of the Young and the Restless, and Deacon was also on the Young and the Restless as well. Mel said I did like the way Deacon was giving Billy a hard time for his lovely love life. Yeah, I'm like, no, this is what happens. I mean, I'm like, yo, this is what happens when you're a scumbag. Nikisha, I think Nita just wanted to brag to Willow that she was the only one helping Sasha. Yeah, Nikisha, it was super petty though. You know, you're gonna sit there and bother a pregnant woman? Like, really? You got nothing else to do with your time? Tracy says, yes, I made them before, but you can buy them at the store where they make the huge ones like a deep dish pie. You just have to bake it. Nice. Okay, Tracy, I'm gonna get that this weekend then. Let me get it this weekend then. Sounds really good. Thank you. Hippie says, how many times did they replace Jason? I think just once. They just did it once, Tippy. Now, Samuel says that's not 30 years consistently. She has been in and out of both YNR, B&B, Kimberly Brown had also played a role on like Live and Port Charles. Really, Samuel. I wonder who her character was on Port Charles. I used to love that show. And if she played a character on One Like to Live, I probably wouldn't know it. Um, but I'm very curious to sit there and wonder who she played. I mean, Sam, just in general, the fact that she has been working in, she's been working in that industry for like practically as long as I've been born. Now, Johnson said, what's the recent actor who played Ashton Locke and Weinar as this? That would be interesting, Jonathan. I would love that because he's a really good actor. That's another good choice. You got some really good picks, Jonathan. Tracy says I have also bought one of them. Make fresh at Subways in the cooking food section. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try that out. Dolly said people forget Eric basically just dumped her a few days ago. Yeah. Ron says Deacon was also I remember Ron, he was on the first he was the first AJ, right? He was the first AJ before Billy Warlock, I think that's his name. Samuel says, I don't know, I hated Port Charles. Oh. I used to love Port Charles, but I get it. It's not for everyone. Jenna is in the chat. Jenna, you never have to be sorry. The fact that you come in and whenever you come in, I appreciate that. So Janet, don't ever like feel the need to say sorry. I appreciate just seeing you. C. Robinson says, I think she was Olivia's mom. You mean on Port Charles, right? Now, C. Robinson C. Robinson says Willow looked like Death on Two Legs. Yeah, that's what I was like, yo, she looked like she's on death's door. Well, Janet, I love the fact that you're in the chat. That I appreciate that. Dolly says Kimberly Brown played Rachel Locke, who is Lily Locke's mom. Oh, Dolly, for some odd reason, I could have swore I have an image of seeing her. Oh, good old Olivia Locke. I mean, yeah, Olivia Locke. Um, Mel says Deacon used to be with Nikki on Young and Her. Yeah, Mel, because he was flirting hard with her on that's so that's so bad, Sarah. Uh uh you actually made me forget my comment for a second. No, Mel, he was flirting with her really hard when Nikki came to LA to get information from Deacon. So I wouldn't be too surprised Johnson said Portrait had that supernatural element, like passions, yep. With the witches and warlocks, yep, I remember that. Damn, I thought I was harsh. Uh, but you make me laugh, so it's cool. Mel says Ridge is more shady to Brooke than Victor is to Nikki. Hippie says she was a very good actress today, and so was Nina. Simon says poor Charles didn't start that way. Yeah, yeah, no, they only started doing the supernatural stuff like later on. They were more serious when they first started. They actually had more crossovers with GH also, like the nurses' balls and stuff. Now Ron says I don't understand why people think that every couple on soap live happy ever after. That's not how soaps get. How soaps do it gets boring, and the show could get canceled. Very true. Dolly says I hate that they basically erased poor Charles from existence. GH always wished they would send Sam away and bring her back as Lily. Yeah, Dolly, I wasn't a fan of that either. I used to love poor Charles. And the thing is, again, Dolly, they had crossovers before, so it's like isn't it they're acting like that wasn't a Ugh, like that didn't exist. It just seems so wrong and disrespectful. So Janice says, so will Rich get an Emmy nominee for his performance. Yeah, his performance of being an idiot and just. Hmm. But Janet, the way that he did chastise his son was hilarious. So I would give him that much. Now Hippie said it'll be nice to see Nina redeem herself. I hope Nina does save her life at the last minute. Well, hopefully it doesn't have to be the last minute. Ron says, Albert, do you know Phoenix? Albert, did you know? Ron says, Albert, how did you know Phoenix Jermaine? Um, I think I was looking up soap operas and his name just came up. In all reality, his name just came up. And it started, it was like spoilers and stuff like that. So, but I mean, like I said, I hope he's doing better. I'm not exactly a fan of the whole policy of like live streaming exclusively for subscribers, for like members and stuff like that. Like, but listen, it's he runs his channel his way, and best of luck. Dolly says I love PC. I watched it in college. My roommates teased me, but then started watching it. Is that Dolly? Isn't that funny? Because my friend did the same thing. He sit there and joke with me and stuff like that, and then he started watching One Like to Live, and One Like to Live was on. No, actually, tell you the truth, I got him into watching All My Children, and I didn't even watch that show. Now, Jonathan said Chase just finished the Caleb Morley vampire storyline from Port Charles in 2013. What do you mean by that? You mean like you just finished watching it? I don't really understand. Um, Mel says I can't stand Paulina with Abe, but did like Abe with Alexi. He was married. Yeah, that was way. But she went on a General Hospital. Mel, what character did she play on General Hospital? Now, Double C says, "Hey, Albert, Port Charles had new storylines every 3 months with Super." Yeah, Double C, that was the show. That was the show. I used to love that show. Though he says Port Charles was trying a novella format. I would sit there and say it seemed like it worked, but then it got canceled, so I guess it really didn't work. Stack says I hope Michael doesn't mess with these new folks' supply. You know what, Stacks? That actually brings me to a good point. Maybe that's how Sonny dies, saving Michael. Now Samuel says y'all tend to think Carly is going to be saved. She is holding that secret, and Willow and Michael are going to be mad at her about it. And Nina gonna come in like a bulldozer. I can't wait. Samuel, I gotta agree with you on that part. Nina is going to be so angry with Carly, and she's going to deserve all the smoke. That I will give that to you, Samuel. I do agree with you on that. Billy says I got one roommate into Port Charles and another in the Passions. That's good. It's funny too, because like when you said that, I was like, that happened to me. That happened to me. And it's the same thing when I used to watch Degrassi. I used to watch Degrassi, and I wound up getting my friend into watching that as well. Very interesting. Johnson says Cheese continued the Kayla Moore story. Oh, you're right. You're right. Never mind. It took me a second. Yeah, okay, you're right. I think that was a point that I wasn't really watching it, but I remember hearing about it. Ron said he used to do live for everyone, but since the COVID pandemic started, he decided to do it for members only. Hmm. Well, I mean, Ron, like I said, I'm not gonna sit there and try to put too much dirt on him or like, say anything too negative. I just don't like that. Like for me, one of my plans I'm going to be sitting there doing is going to be lives for members only, but I'm still going to be doing lives for everyone. So it'll only be like one day a week that I'm only going to be doing lives for members, and everyone's still going to be getting the 5 days a week lives. I mean, it's hard, but I love what I do, so that's just me. Um, Dolly says, I love that poor Charles would name the storylines. Yeah, and a new song, yes. Oh, Dolly, you're taking me back to memory lane, to very simpler times in my life, and I'm not going to get into, but yes, it was great. He says, I hope that Willow still don't F with Nina even after she know. Oh, well, well, now I got to ask Nikisha, why not? I mean, I'm all for that to some extent because Nina was a real pain in the you know what with Willow, but I don't know. Like, what about forgiveness and moving forward and learning to forgive and move forward and stuff? I mean, that's what James was talking about today. Instead of holding grudges and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about that, Nikisha? Mel says I watch Passions on YouTube. I never got into Passions, but I don't know. I probably would have liked it. Now, Double C says, but Caleb is Silas' twin and now and Willow's uncle. Very true. Joey says I was big into Degrassi. One of my friends was also into it. That we would download the episodes early from Canada. Yeah, Dolly. Let's see. You had Sean, Ashley, Craig, Manny. God, I used to love Manny. I can't watch that show anymore, but I can't. Once you're out of high school, you can't sit there and watch that show anymore. It's just very difficult, especially Manny. So Johnny says Willow's uncle is a vampire. Now Nikisha says everyone doesn't deserve forgiveness. I'm a Leo. I hold grudges. You know, Nikisha, I can't knock you for that because I'm also a Leo. Angelique is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Angelique? Oh, Tracy. Okay, yeah, me too. I used to love that show. Apple says Nino and Willow will eventually become closer, but it's going to be a long road filled with so much soap drama. I do agree with that. Tracy says, yeah, Drake was Jimmy in a wheelchair. Yeah, before he became Drake. See, Tracy, that's another reason why I can't take Drake seriously. I'm just going to say this. I can't take Drake seriously ever since ever since, Degrassi. Now, Samuel says, poor Charles looks so cheap, and the camera. You know what, Samuel, you're probably right. I'm not going to knock you on that. But I don't know. Keisha says R.I.P. JT. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Tracy. He did used to rap on that show. Dolly says always think of Drake as Jimmy from Degrassi. Yeah. This is why I can never take Drake seriously ever. To this day, I will not take him seriously. Tracy says I like that show. It was such a good show. Yeah. Now Nikisha said Drake said he started at the bottom, but we all know he started on the crash. Yes, he did, Nikisha. Yes, he did. Um, but that's the thing, though, Nikisha. I mean, I here's the thing. I hold grudges too, right? And sometimes I have to sit there and remind myself that life is way too short. And granted, you can forgive, but not forget. You know, I'll say that much, Nikisha. You can forgive, but not forget. And trust me, Nikisha, I am struggling with that every day. Um, Dolly says every time I see Drake, I just want to call him Audrey Grant, Audrey or Jemmy. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely not. Oh, Spike Quick is back. Janice says, so are we betting on who Ridge chooses? I will bet on Brooke. Janet, I was sitting there betting on Taylor, but I heard the actor is going to be leaving for a little bit. So I don't think he's actually going to be doing anything. Now, Tracy says, an actor is just an actor to me. I used to watch Ryan Reynolds back in the day on Nickelodeon. A lot of stars got there. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Tracy. But Tracy, I guess for me, watching Jimmy and then trying to watch him be Drake very hardcore just doesn't work for me. Um, Yannick says whether I forgive someone that wronged me, they would just end up wronging me again. So I keep my grudges. No, Nikisha, I listen. Trust me, I am not here to sit there and tell you what to do. Um, um, I'm just sitting there trying to tell you my experience personally, and it's not easy, and it's not easy. Um, no, Nikisha, it said I state my connection is and how you doing tonight, Grams TV? And no need to be sorry because I enjoy you whenever um I enjoy whenever I get to sit there and in the chat. So I'm very appreciative when I get to see you. Tracy says, I love how you yeah, I don't know, Tracy. Like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect people who like him, but it just doesn't work for me. Hippie says, do you mean Brooklyn? Spider Quick says, I always hold my grudges. Graham says, oh yeah, talking about the other. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm trying to figure out what show was Ryan Reynolds on in a pizza place. Wow. I never heard of those shows, Nikisha. But then again, I was busy watching um a lot of Ren and Stimpy, which is such not a good show to be on a kids network. Um Now Double C says Ridge to Brooklyn, Logan, I want you, but this week. I love it, Double C. Tracy says so. Basically, when you see Drake, you see Jemmy in a wheelchair, pretty much. Oh, Nikisha, yeah, I've never heard of those two shows, but that's interesting. Okay, I guess I'm back. Yes, by the quick, I haven't seen Nickelodeon in years. I think the last show that I tried to watch, and Johnson said that show was on ABC, not Nickelodeon. Yeah, it was Jonathan, two guys and a girl. As far as two guys and a girl, that was on Nickelodeon. Oh, okay. No, but Nikisha, I know what you meant. As far as seeing them as a younger version and not. Okay, I got you. I was sitting there trying to think. I was like, I don't remember those shows being on that on like two guys and a girl being on Nickelodeon. Now, Jay Blue says, yeah, two guys and a girl is on. Yeah, 90 sitcom. Mel says Ryan Reynolds was on a show called 15. Yeah, that was a Nickelodeon show. That was a Nickelodeon show, right? Right, Mel? I remember Candace Mack posting something like that. Oh, Tracy, the show was on Nickelodeon. Yeah, okay, thank you, Tracy. Because I remember Candace Mack posting something like that on her Instagram page. He said it came on ABC before or after Dama and Greg. After Dama and Greg. Spuddy Quake says, wasn't Nickelodeon made in the early 2000s? No, it was made before then, Spuddy Quake. It was made way before then. Like in the 90s or maybe in the 80s earlier. But definitely in the 90s, because I do remember shows like All That, Are You Afraid of the Dark, which some episodes some episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark was probably not meant for kids. Hippie says Yellowstone's a good show. I recommend binge watching it. I definitely want to. But I got so much shows to. I'm still trying to. I didn't even start Cobra Kai yet, and I really want to watch Cobra Kai. So I still gotta finish watching a many little things. Joshua's in the chat. What's good? Yes, Mel. Salute your. Oh my God, Mel, you just brought me back. I think you just brought me back to a very early age. Salute your shorts and Hey Dude. I don't remember Hey Dude that much, but I do remember Salute your short stuff. Oh, Grams, it was the late 80s. Okay. And so, yeah, Dolly said it existed in the 80s. I figured that much. Oh, Jonathan says no, Nickelodeon debuted in 1979. Okay. And how you doing tonight, Joshua? In case says so, Josh. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Tracy, it has some crazy shows. Dolly says you can't do that on television. Graham says, I remember. Yes. Yeah, actually, I do. Now, Josh, when you say it makes 15 years on YouTube, you mean like Joshua Cook? Do you have your own channel? Like, do you do like videos and stuff like that, or no? It says the girl was on the faculty from 15. Yeah, Tracy Double Dare. What was that? What was it called? Guts or something like that? There was another show. It was called Guts. Yeah, no. Because I was thinking, it was like maybe Joshua actually has a YouTube channel, like he does like videos and stuff. Buddy Quick says the Nick show on Nickelodeon shows is the original Blues Clues, Paw Patrol, iCarly, Zoe 101, Sam and Cat, and Victoria's. That's all I know. Okay. Mel says Double Dare, where they got yeah. Billy says you can't do it on television is the show that introduced the green slime. Really? Joshua says I've been on YouTube since 2007. I got. Oh, okay. Interesting, Jonathan. Joshua. I gotta check out your channel then. Ron says so. Who was the worst writer for the three other soaps? Rap or Frank or Valentini. I'm not too sure. I will have to think about that. Dolly says Guts and Legends of Hip. Yes. Yeah, Dolly, both of those shows was really good. I particularly like Guts more, but I also love this show called Radio Free Roscoe. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Stack says Bell Jr. Ooh, Jet Blue. Jay Blue says Our Real Mustard's Dog. Our Real Mustard's was kind of creepy, even for like little kid stuff. It was kind of creepy. Yeah, Nikita, I gotta sit there and subscribe to Joshua's channel. Joshua, if you can actually leave a comment um on this live, then I can subscribe to your channel. It'll be a lot easier. So if you can do that, that would definitely help me. Because I definitely want to subscribe to your channel. So just leave a comment in this live video, and this way I can go in there, I can click on it. Yeah, Dolly, they did try that. Did it get canceled? I don't like. Well, I hate the CW now, but Dolly, did that show get canceled? Casey said they used to have an old show with the talking horse. Hmm. What's the name of that show, Tracy? Johnson says I remember watching Rafey Rascal on it. Yes, the Nick and show. That was a good show. That was surprisingly a good show. Joshua, there was Johnson, there was another show. What was the name of the other show? I'm saying that other show, and I can't think of it right now. The guy from GH used to be on there, and the brother was white. The brother was black, and the sister was white, and she was also bisexual. I can't remember that show. Angelique says talking horses. Johnson said there was also a show called Wintersville. Billy says it was terrible and got canceled. The adult contestants were not into the challenges. I'm not surprised. And Dolly, I don't want to sit there and say that I'm happy that the show got canceled because I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with Next Star. But any loss for the CW at this point is a win of my heart. Yes, that's what it was called. Thank you, Jonathan. South of Nowhere. I remember that because the guy Griffin, the actor that plays Griffin, used to be on that show. And it seemed like he was a much better actor on that show. Dolly says the show was South of Nowhere. Yes, thank you, Dolly. That was such a great show. Too bad that they canceled it. Angelique says talking. This is Mr. Ed. Graham's TV says, have you ever thought about doing a live chat panel where you can call in? Graham's, I did that in the beginning, and I want to try to do it a little bit better because I'm working on that. I used to just sit there and just put out my phone. I think if I can try to get the app on my get the app on my laptop, and I can have people call in, I feel like that would work a lot better than just me being all ghetto and just like have my phone there. But it is something I want to do though. Um, Tracy says he brought up Drake and we start. Yeah, that's why I said Tracy. The chat will just go where it goes, and Dolly and I love it. Dolly says the original Chelsea Brady on Days of a Lot. Really? Dolly, I wonder whatever happened to that other girl. I can't remember her name. Not not the girl with the black brother, but the girl that she was actually dating. Tracy is. Thank you, Tracy. I have a lot of fun as well. That's why I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that everyone else is here as well. Well, yeah, I mean, Tracy, that's how I want it to be. That's how I want all my streams to be. Just having a good time, just talking, and um, it's really fun. So I feel the exact same way, and that's the type of vibe that I want to have. And Ron says, Albert, do you know that the actor who plays Victor on GH was on a sitcom? Yeah, I heard about that. Ron, there's a joke that people always sit there and talk about when they refer to that actor. DC and Candace Mack have said it before, and it just went over my head because I never watched Nanny. I couldn't get past that annoying laugh. Nikki says, I hope Josh breaks up with Cam soon. She she says she isn't in love with him out loud or something. Yeah, Nikki said that's it's funny too because I accidentally said she should woman up, but like yeah, she should definitely own it. Just be honest. Dolly said the girl she was dating was cast as Chelsea on Days, but eventually left. Oh, okay. So I gotta look her up. There's one other. Okay, Graham says I'm starting a podcast on Anchor that Squad has, but I want to do videos also. Funny Graham's TV. I was kind of I had this idea of doing a podcast, and I still probably want to do it, but I'm doing a lot of YouTube, and I just don't know how that's going to work. So I got to kind of figure it out. But no, Grams, definitely good luck to good luck, Grams TV. I wish you the best. And if you do either one of them, I'm definitely going to support it and give you shout outs in my video, in my YouTube videos. Tracy says Nanny was a show that lady had the funniest. uh, bless your heart, Tracy. Bless your heart. All right. Well, you have a good night, Jakars. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you being on, and good luck to the YouTube channel. Everyone support Jakars. He is doing YouTube video reviews, Days of Our Lives, and GH. Tracy said the guy that plays Richard on Family Matters is on the soap I used to be. Richie, really? What soap did really I have trouble taking Victor seriously on GH because yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. That kind of sucks though too when you think about it. Though he was also on the show. He was also on the show before he was on the nanny like years ago. Double C says Ridge to Brooke Logan, my Logan, we will be together on February sweeps and get married on Valentine's Day. Now, Nikki said you could upload your audio from your YouTube videos on Spotify, and it was that's a good point, Nikisha. Thank you. Hmm. Thank you for the idea, Nikisha. Now, Jay Blue says Fran was lady who played the nanny. Yeah, Fran Drescher. Yeah. Daisy Flowers says Devon. Devon what? Tracy says little boy. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right, Tracy. Yeah, he's the. Wow. Never mind. No, never mind. Daisy Flower. Yeah, it's so weird for me to sit there and look at Little Richie and then be like, "Oh yeah, it's Devon." Wasn't I like trash talking him like 2 weeks ago? Oh, of course, Grand TV, of course. I definitely love to support everyone. Everyone who is a subscriber of mine, who comes on the chats and stuff like that, who's doing something. I'm gonna support you. So, yeah, no, Dolly, it just takes me a second to realize Little Richie is the Bond. But yeah, no, Grams TV, I'm definitely gonna support you. That's Grams TV. When you do the podcast, just make sure you email me. You're either that you're doing a podcast or your YouTube channel, so I can sit there and shout you out. Now, John is just a actor who played Victor on She started on Days before Nanny, and he been on and off on days after that. You're right, Jonathan. He was well. I remember him. I remember seeing him on Beyond Salem, but I remember how. I remember also seeing him a clip of him on GH. Dion's Corner was doing a reaction video, and I remember seeing that. Oh wow, right, 3 months. I mean, good for him. You got to sit there and be with his family. So, Nikisha, you're funny. Yep, Spider Quake. That's yep, your birthday. I remember. Just like Jakar's birthday is the 14th. The 14th is Jakar's birthday. Jessica's birthday, which I'm gonna sit there and make a post about before I go to sleep, is on the well, it's actually today. So I didn't even need to write that down now. I just remembered. Nikisha, your comment is priceless. Daisy Flower says, "Wait, why no rich for 3 months?" Daisy Flower. Apparently, the actor wants to sit there and spend time with his family, and um, oh, definitely Grams TV. No, Daisy Flower. He wants to sit there and be with his family. He wants some time off. So going on a little vacation. You know, when they go on vacation, they gotta sit there and try to write them off. Nikki, she said, "You're too much, Nikisha. I can't wait to sit there and do a video with Nikisha, or have you do a video because it's going to be great, and I'm going to promote the hell out of it, Nikisha." And Ross says, "Any chance that the actor plays Wyatt be back full time?" You know, that's a good question, Ron. I don't even know what the actor that plays Wyatt is doing. I mean, if they give him something to do, I'm with it. Daisy Flower says Nina can disappear into the fog like Quick says, "Yep, although I'm only getting money because that's what I want." Hey, I ain't mad at you. Oh, Mel. Oh, okay. Mel 22nd. September 22nd is a Virgo. So besides Nikisha, is it anybody else in here that's a Leo? All right, I'm writing it out because I want to try to remember your birthday, J Blum. Oh, Deja Flaw, you're a Leo. Ryan says watching Anna and Valentine is boring. It's like watching paint dry. Angelique, Angelique says, "See, I rather told you inspire everyone." I am in awe, you know. Angelica, didn't you say you was gonna you was thinking about doing a YouTube channel as well? Jonathan said, "Yes, Mike, quick, there's a lot of December birthdays." Johnson said the actor who played Orpheus on Days is also a TV voice announcer. He did a promo for every Buddy Hates Chris on Fox. Oh wow. Nikki says, "Now you know Leo's person." Oh, hippie. Oh, hippie. My mom's sign is a Leo. Tracy said, "Wow." Yeah, no, Tracy. I mean, it's important to me. It's important to me. Capricorn over here. Angelique. So your birthday is coming up next month. Okay. Um. Now, Digiflow says Marlena had a TV show called Our House. Angelique says, "Yes, need a camera. My phone might not work." Angela. I mean, Angelique, try your phone and see if it works. If it doesn't, if you have a tablet, you can do that as well. I don't know if you have a tablet, but if you have a tablet, you can do that as well. That's what I was doing. Um, Lady Flo says Rome on days was the dad on the Hogan family. Okay. Before my time, but okay. Um, Gramsci says, sorry, I'm a cap. There's no reason to be sorry. Capricorn. Dolly says, I remember Marlene's show when I was a kid. Hmm. Angelique says, okay, yeah, I have a tab. Yeah, no, Angelique, that's what, after me using my phone and it was so much of a bad, crappy quality, I started using my tablet. And it worked. So definitely try the tablet. Definitely try the tablet. And Angelique, let me know if you start one. If you start a channel, I'll definitely promote you on my channel. So Dolly says Marlene also had a kid superhero show. Really? In the 70s. What was it called? Daisy Flower says October 16th. I mean October 6th. And Mel says, well, I feel especially the only September as a Virgo. Tracy says, oh yeah, I used to watch the Hogan family. Of course, Angelique, of course. Like I said, Jakara's, he's doing his thing, and I'm going to support him. If Nikisha actually does a channel, then I'm definitely going to support her. Um, Graham's TV is, he might be doing, or she might be doing a podcast and a channel, so I'm definitely going to support it. So, Angelique, I'm going to sit there and support you. That goes without saying. Billy says it was called Electric Woman, and what? Oh, Dolly, I got to sit there and look that up. Thank you, Dolly. You're gonna give me something to watch before I go to bed tonight. Graham Stevens says your only played a twin who used to play on dates. Yeah, I heard about that, Graham Stevens. I heard about that. Oh, hell yeah, Mel. Small Wonder and Alf. Those are my shows back then. I used to love Small Wonder. Now, Joshua says I remember watching Powerhouse as well. I only saw a couple episodes when I was a kid. Spider Quake when industry. I should actually probably end it right now, just because I gotta wake up super early in the morning. Like I gotta be up at like 3:30 in the morning because I gotta get ready and stuff like that, and start to go to work at 6. And if I don't get to Starbucks before I go to work, I'm gonna wind up losing it. The Starbucks has literally become my lifeblood. Yes, by quick, I wake up early because I got to shower, I gotta eat. Oh Mel, yeah, that was my show, Saved by the Bell. Oh yeah, definitely, Jonathan. I used to love watching My Brother and Me. It's Jonathan. It's funny that you said that because the way that show got canceled because the writers couldn't I guess work something out really sucked. Samuel says I wake up at 4 a.m. morning. So oh, okay, all right, Samuel. All right, bro. I mean, Samuel, listen, that's props. That's props. And I'm also not a morning person either. Angelique says I still. I love it. Janet, you would definitely see me tomorrow. Have a good night. Stacks. Yeah, I did write your name. Yes, Jen, you would definitely see me tomorrow. And that's Tracy says it's all right because I'm saved by the bell. Thank you, Nikisha. It was great talking to you as well. Oh yeah, I used to love Power Rangers. I actually tell you the truth, Grams TV. I used to watch Power Rangers up into SPD, and then hmm, Spider Quake. Do you know when your next collab is? Hopefully soon. I mean, Spider Quake. I want to. I know I definitely want to do one in January, but if I can try to squeeze one in before then, I'm gonna do it. Oh my God! Thank you so much, Tracy Steves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Tracy Steves. I love you. I, I love you so much, Tracy Steve, because that has become my new lifeblood. So thank you so much. Oh my God, I almost feel like crying. Thank you. Um. Oh yeah, Jonathan Peterborgs. Jonathan, before I go, I will sit there and say this. If you watch the Forever Red, like the Forever Red episode, they use the Beetleborgs as like monsters or like as villains, for the episode. And granted, Forever Red is an amazing episode, but I'm just like, bro, come on now. We all know those are Beetleborgs. We all know those are Beetleborgs. Let's not sit there and try to act like those aren't. Now it says everyone was in love with Zach and Kelly on Saved by the Bell. Yeah, Mel, Kelly was my girl. Oh my God, thank you so much, Jonathan. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get a cinnamon roll. Oh my God. Same here, Samuel. Same here, Samuel. It was great talking to you as well. It's always great seeing you in the chat because you always have those comments that I'm just like laughing, and you definitely saved me from. You always have those comments that I'm just like laughing, and you definitely saved me from looking like too much of an idiot. So I appreciate you, Samuel, so much. Have a good night, Daisy Flower. Yeah, though, VR Troopers was good. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Dolly, I'm so grateful to have you in the chat. You have no idea how grateful I am. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, especially to you, Jonathan and Tracy. You're saving my morning so much. Don't get me wrong, Jonathan. It was a great episode, even though that they used Beetleborgs. But it was a great episode. So, well, Mel, like I said, any little contribution helps. So I appreciate it. Yes, Mel, definitely was. I mean, yeah, Samuel. Where's Carly? It took me a second to kind of get used to her as Carly because I was like, yo, oh, um, I can't. It took me a second to get used to Carly because I was like still sitting there thinking that she was a VR trooper. Um, it took a minute. Definitely, Tracy, Steve, you would definitely see me tomorrow. Thank you, Dolly. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for being on the live. Because I used to have 100 Power Ranger toys. Hmm. Same thing, Spider Quake, and of course, Ninja Turtles. Love Ninja Turtles. Hmm. You know, Samuel, unfortunately, I caught that Carly. By the time that I started watching the show, that Carly was practically pretty much on her way out, and that's when we got Tamara there. But I did, Samuel, I did like when she came back as Claudia Sakara. Yes, man, I used to love that show as well. That was my show. And of course, she had a boyfriend, and I got upset about it. But that's another chat for another day. Um, Grams TV says Maxie was on a space on Nick. I remember what? Maxie was on a space something on Nick. On a space what? I know she did a movie, a Disney movie, but oh, Space Cases. Okay, really? Oh, Graham TV. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Oh yeah, Dolly. We don't talk about Dirk Carly. Yeah, she doesn't exist. Okay, that's something that we don't do. We don't talk about the Dirk Carly. She don't exist. Yes, she was. Um, Dolly. Yeah, I do remember her. Well, on Disney Plus, I saw it and I was like, oh, she was on that show. Now Johnson said it wasn't Maxie, it was the actress who played Liz was on Space Cases. Hmm. Well, I still gotta look that up. Simon says you gotta watch her on YouTube and her original story because she wreaked havoc on Port Charles her first 2, 3 years on Port Charles. Yeah, you know, Samuel, yeah, I will. Since I got time before I go to work, so I definitely will. I mean, Samuel, I love the actress, and I love when she came back on Port Charles. I wonder what she's doing. I gotta sit down and look her up. Billy says a little bit was one of the was the one on Nickelodeon. I gotta look her up. Right quick says I'm surprised I saw Diane from GH on Nickelodeon. You're giving me a lot of homework to sit there and look up, but it's gonna be a lot of fun now. Anyway, I gotta wake up super early. Otherwise, I would definitely sit there and continue chatting with y'all. Johnson says, "Oh, space cases." Just write that down again. I'll look that up, Jonathan. Have a good night, Angelique. Um, I love talking to each and every single one of y'all. And if it wasn't for the fact that I have to wake up super early, I would probably be going a little bit. Well, let's see how long I actually have on my battery. Hmm, I think I could probably do like another hour and a half, maybe. But I gotta wake up super early though. Yes, Spotty Quick. I will be definitely doing the PG version of research tonight. Okay, Dolly. All right, I'm gonna look out for that. All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every single one of y'all because you make this live as fun as y'all as it is, and I am eternally grateful. Yes, Tracy, I'm definitely gonna get some sleep. Um, all right, Sam. Yeah, definitely, I definitely will. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see. Hopefully, I'll see every one of y'all tomorrow.